morning, children. Today we will learn about pie charts. There are different types of charts that you can explain, like the line graph, the bar graph, and of course the pie chart. Today we will focus mainly on how to describe a pie chart. Before we begin, we'll just review a few fractions which you have learned in the past in math. For example, here we have half. If a pie is cut into two pieces, one side or one piece would be called a half of that entire pie. Here the green portion would be 1/3. So 1 out of 3 parts of that pie. Then we have 1/4, also known as a quarter. The blue portion is a quarter. It's one of the 4 parts of that pie. Now, how do we explain a pie chart? It is very simple if you follow the rules and instructions given in this video. So please pay close attention while I explain the same. Now here we have a few useful expressions which are also known as quantifiers. We need to use this when describing the subject spoken about in the question. For example, it could be about students or parents or teachers or even an entire class. So we need to speak about them using these quantifiers. For example, half the class or a quarter of the students, a third, very few, almost, a large majority, most, many, about half, some, few, a small minority, less than, almost none. Now here are the rules which you need to keep in mind when you describe a pie chart. You have to stick to 2 paragraphs only. You cannot exceed the number of paragraphs. Please see that you leave a line between both these paragraphs. Keep it short and to the point. Do not exceed 80 words. You shouldn't be too elaborate when explaining. So the first paragraph must include the explanations of parts A and B of your pie chart. And second paragraph should include the explanation of C and D and your opinion. Now your opinion will have to be a max of 2 lines. Please try and keep it very simple and short, preferably in 1 line. But if not, 2 lines max. Here we have some suggested starting lines and ending lines. So to describe your pie chart, this is how you can start. Looking at the pie chart, we can summarize that, or as given in the pie chart, we can see that, and the endings would be including your opinion. So that last line you can start with, according to me, or I feel that, and write your last line. These are only suggestive. You can write your own starting or ending lines. Here is an example of how a pie chart will be asked for your exams. So the question is as follows. A survey was conducted in school for class 9 on the topic, should mobile phones be allowed in school? The responses are shown in the pie chart below. Write a short summary of the results in 80 words. And there's a pie chart below, as you can see, and it will be explained what A stands for and so on. So A here refers to yes, B only with permission, C only those traveling by public transport, D no. So I hope you understood the question. There's a survey conducted in class 9 and the children have said yes, mobile phones should be allowed in school, or only with permission they should be allowed to bring mobile phones, or only those traveling by public transport can be allowed to bring mobile phones, and some said no, they should not be. So before you start writing the pie chart explanation, please keep your quantifiers ready. For example, A, let's look at A. A looks like half of the pie chart, right? So keep the word half ready there. B would be quarter, so that be sure that is quarter. Okay, then C will be little less than a quarter, right? So you can say that less than a quarter. D looks like a small minority or very few. So once your quantifiers are ready, you can start with explaining or describing the pie chart. So here I have described the pie chart. This is how you need to write in your exams. As given in the above pie chart, we can see that's my introduction line, a large majority or half the number of students felt that mobile phones should be allowed in school. A quarter of the students believed that mobile phones should be allowed in school only with permission. So here I have described A and B. And the words felt that, believed that, thought that, felt that. You need to use these type of words when you are explaining your pie chart. You can also say suggested that, or you can say were of the opinion that. So let's go to the second paragraph, which explains C and D and includes your opinion. However, less than quarter of the students thought that phones should be allowed in school only for those traveling by public transport. Whereas a small minority, very few, felt that phones should not be allowed in school. Now comes your opinion. In my opinion, mobile phones should not be allowed in school because it may be a cause for distraction and thus affect the child's performance. So I hope you understood how to describe a pie chart. Please see the words used here and try and use similar words when describing your pie chart as well. I hope this video helped you to understand how to describe a pie chart, and tomorrow I will send you a Word document with some exercises which will help you practice and get better at writing pie charts. Thank you children. Have a lovely day.